Hello everyone, I am Atelier Toka, Spirit Optimist for Tasker, and we're back with more Mario Kart gameplay. I'm actually playing the same character 2 videos in a row. Yeah, I didn't quite go with the right vehicle combination I wanted to use in the last video, so I'm going with that now. And I have failed take on this, so I know what I have to do when that happens. And what I have to do is reboot the computer, because when that happens, it's because too much of the CPU is being used up by other programs. So I rebooted the computer, and I'm trying again now. And it's 8 p.m. I didn't do much today. My mind was just on a lot of things, and I couldn't quite sell myself in the mood for much in the way of recreation. But something I have been thinking about since the Deerfield demo is that I would like to try playing in some more Square Enix games on the channel. Well, eventually. Because I really like the games that Square Enix puts out. Well, most of them, anyway. They put out stuff I don't like. But from my point of view, they've had more hits and misses, and some of their weaker releases they've put out that a lot of people don't like are games that I have ended up liking. Like, I'm someone who actually likes Final Fantasy X too. And I know a lot of people really hate that game. But I have enjoyed it. Like, I played it on PS2, and I liked it. And I have also played the original Final Fantasy X, but I haven't really beaten either of them. And technically the only main entry I've beaten is Final Fantasy II. Like, I had Final Fantasy 1-2 Dawn of Souls on the Game Boy Advance back in the day. I think I still have my copy of that. I played through Final Fantasy II all the way through to the end. Granted, I had a strategy guide ready to help with that. But still, I did beat it. And I also had a strategy guide for Final Fantasy V, and I didn't beat that. But I did play a good bit of it and enjoyed it. And if anyone wants to count Final Fantasy VII Remake, I did beat that. That I do remember mentioning in an earlier video that I had played Final Fantasy VII Remake all the way through to the end. And ironically, I didn't actually beat the original Final Fantasy VII. My mother did, though, way back when, and back in Missouri. It was her absolute favorite game back at the time. And I was really into Final Fantasy VII and 8. And and on PS2, I really liked 10. And we missed 9. I think back when it first came out, but I did have it as a PS1 classic on PS3. Yeah. This will probably upset some people because I know a lot of people really like 9. I never really got too far into Final Fantasy 9, so I'm not really sure for how I would feel about it. I remember playing Final Fantasy 13 and not being particularly wowed by it. Like, 13's probably the only Final Fantasy I played that I didn't particularly care for. And I know that game has its fans too. I know some people who really like 13, actually. So I don't want to talk too much about it because I might upset them. I'm not about to instigate a play more in my comments. Not a serious one, anyway. But I mean, I don't get comments in my video anyways. I never get people commenting on my videos. And with how YouTube comments tend to get at times, you'd actually think any guy would be relieved about that, but it's kind of disheartening because it makes me feel like I'm not really all that engaging as a YouTuber. But then again, I could actually see that because I don't really do much of my commentary, and my gameplay recordings tend to be kind of raw for the most part. And most of the time, I don't even do much touching up on gameplay recordings. Like, I keep these screens in. But I digress. There's one series that I would love to show off on this channel that I really loved from childhood was Dragon Quest. It's like Dragon Quest was my absolute favorite series in childhood. I played Dragon Warrior Monsters 2 and Dragon Warrior 3 on Game Boy Color. And I fell big time in love with those. 7 came out on PS1. I was just drawn to that. Back before the merger between Square and Enix, they actually brought over Dragon Quest games with the name Dragon Warrior because over here, where the name Dragon Quest was being taken by someone else for a tabletop game. But after they merged, they ended up securing the rights to the Dragon Quest name themselves, well, internationally. So it just so happens that they don't need to call the game Dragon Warrior anymore. Although, I can't really say that I don't miss the Dragon Warrior name. I do have to say that Dragon Warrior is a really cool name for a game. And so I do miss it at times, but Dragon Quest kind of rolls off the tongue, too. I didn't even know this shortcut was here. But anyway, Dragon Quest was my favorite series in childhood. It had a really colorful atmosphere with character and monster design. It's really bright and cheery. The weakest blade fire enemy is a little smiling drop of goo. It's called the slime. And it's kind of become a staple of Japanese RPGs. They put out so much merchandise for that thing. I mean, that's kind of insane. And Akira Toriyama, actually, he does the visual style for Dragon Quest, and he's famous as the creator of Dragon Ball, one of the most iconic manga and anime series in the entire world. And you can really tell it's the creator of Dragon Ball doing the look, but just from how all of the character designs look. And I even have the first free Dragon Quest games on the Switch. And I also have Dragon Quest 11 on Switch, physical. I'm missing my jokes though. Something that I really want to see is I really wish they would bring over Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to current platforms. Dragon Quest was one of the biggest names in the genre, and it's even on par with Final Fantasy in Japan. There are stories about how when Dragon Quest III first came out in Japan, and there were kids' kites in school and adults calling in sick from work for dysphoria. It's pretty funny hearing about it. They say that caused such an economic crash that they had to hold off on releasing Dragon Quest games in Japan until holidays and weekends. So that wouldn't happen again. And it kind of sounds like something someone would say as a joke, to be honest. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised to find out that is actually the case. And it's because the series is so popular over there. And another Square Enix franchise that I really like that I could try playing on the channel is the Mana series. Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana. And I could probably play for Legend of Mana too. I know I definitely want to try playing through Final Fantasy Adventure on Game Boy. That was originally marketed as a Final Fantasy spin-off for Grand Revolution. But that is actually the first Mana game. And come think of it, they did actually subtitle it Final Fantasy Gaiden in Japan. I think it was Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden in Japan. So out here it's part of Final Fantasy Adventure. Probably for that reason. But after that, from the second game on, it just went completely separate into its own theme. In Japan, the series is called Seiken Densetsu, which is Legend of the Sacred Sword. And here in the West, they call it something of Mana. The second one is Secret of Mana, and the third one is Trials of Mana. PlayStation, they came out with Legend of Mana, which wasn't numbered. Really more of a side entry. But it might as well have been the main game, because it wasn't too much different from the other ones. So at GBA, they did a complete reimagining of the original, called Sword of Mana. And they did another remake on Vita and mobile, called Adventures of Mana. That was made as a more faithful remake of the original Final Fantasy Adventure. I'm sure they're in full 3D. I do not want an N64 Rainbow Road. With the third one, And for the longest time, it was just known as Seiken Setsu Free because they completely skipped over the original Super Famicom SNES version and outside Japan. And so it didn't actually get an English title until, well, very recently when they came out with the collection of Mana on Switch. Which featured emulated versions of the original first free games. And they came out with a full remake of the third one, and with the Trials of Mana name. I think this is going to be the last race for this video. Oh. Didn't mean to go silent. I guess I just got distracted by something. But anyway, the Mana series, they actually came out with the Seiken Densetsu 4 on PS2. It was Seiken Densetsu 4 in Japan, and they brought it over here as Dawn of Mana. I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, they did some really weird stuff with it. And I don't think a lot of people cared for it. Seems like a lot of people just like take the earlier adults. I know on DS they have real-time strategy spin-off called Heroes of Mana, which is apparently really bad. There was also one called Children's Mana on DS. It's like, it looked to be in the style of other games in the series to me from the screenshots. I haven't played it though, but from what I've read about it, it seems to be more focused on dungeon. But I don't know because, again, I haven't played it. Only looked at screenshots of it. Maybe at some point, I might want to try looking into it sometime. And that ended really badly for me, and I've got a lot of points to get back. Well, I think I'm going to call it now. So, till next time, I am Atelier Toka, Spirit Alchemist for Tasker, and I will see you all later.